The King and the Brook. Once upon a time, there lived a king who was growing in power and wealth every single day, and with that grew his arrogance. In fact, he became so powerful that he started thinking of himself as the ruler of not just mankind, but of nature too.
How dare this branch block my way? I want this tree cut.
Your Highness, this is the biggest and the oldest tree of the palace.
Then it should remember to show me respect. Cut it down.
The gardener thought that the king would forget all about the tree, but he didn't. A few days later, when the king passed by that way again, he was very angry.
I had asked you to cut this tree down. How dare you disobey me? Guards, put him in prison. And cut this tree down.
My beautiful tree, please.
Father, please let the old gardener go. He'll do as you say.
This is my last warning. If you don't cut the tree down, you are going to prison.
My tree, how can...
Don't worry, we won't cut it. We'll just move it to the garden outside your home.
Thank you.
The king's daughter loved trees and flowers and birds and animals. She was very disturbed at the king's attitude.
I am the king. These flowers should be looking at me. Get rid of them.
Put them at the back of the palace. Father never goes there.
How dare these birds disturb me? Pull down their nest.
Put them in the tree outside my room. They'll be safe there. But one day, something happened that not even the princess could remedy. The king was taking a walk in the palace garden and came to a little brook that flowed there.
Careful, sire. Ooh! Your Highness, are you all right?
That brook, I want it removed. Right now.
Your Highness?
Empty out all the water. In front of me. Now.
All of the king's servants were ordered to the task. Pail after pail, tank after tank. They tried to empty out the brook, but they couldn't. It merrily flowed, with just as much gusto as before.
Block it up with stones.
They tried to block it up with stones, but the water found a way to slip through the little grooves the stones made and continued to flow. So finally, the infuriated king ordered,
Fill the brook with dirt and soil so that it finds no way to flow and must dry up.
So, finally, after enough soil and dirt had been put into the brook, it appeared to dry up and was seen no more. The princess was pained. Father had no right to do this to you, my lovely brook. This time he has gone too far. Bring me my horse.
Yes, Your Highness.
The princess rode off into the forest, to the house of the wise gray woman, who knew many secrets of the world. This time, your father has really taken it too far. How do we stop him? How do we get the brook back? Will he listen to no one? I know a few creatures he might listen to. Be there at the royal court tomorrow, and I'll send some of my friends to meet the king. Thank you. Just as the wise woman had promised. In the royal court the following day, there suddenly appeared
On behalf of all the things you see in the sky, good morning, Your Highness.
On behalf of all the things that join the earth and the sky, good morning, Your Highness.
Who are you? I've never seen anyone like you.
I am the sprite that lives in the clouds of the sky, and I had also picnicked in the rainbow you were admiring yesterday.
You were in the rainbow? And who are you?
I am the sprite that lives in the drops the brook sends into the sea that make clouds and come back as rain.
Okay. What do you want out of me?
The clouds are becoming smaller because the brook no longer is able to send them drops.
And my friends and I have become homeless, for there are no drops for us to live in.
We need the brook to be brought back.
Go away. I shall not have the brook return.
Then you will be failing your duty towards us.
After all, if you think you rule nature, then you must protect it too.
Go away!
The princess was saddened at her father's stubbornness, and she went back to the wise woman. Don't worry, princess dear. Tomorrow I shall send a few more creatures to speak to the king. As promised, the next morning, 2 more magical beings made their appearance before the king.
Who in the world?
Your Highness, I live in the stones around the brook.
The brook! Ha! Not again!
Your Highness, the brook would give the stones a thorough polish as it gushed over them, but now they look dirty and not quite as shiny as they looked before. They're really sad.
And I live in the soil of the roots of the trees around the brook. The brook would give us a constant supply of water to quench our thirst. Now, the roots of the trees have become dry and hard, and I am afraid the trees will wither without the brook.
You are no one to question my decision. Go away!
The princess entreated the wise woman of the wood to try once more. And this time, she sent the most beautiful creatures yet.
Who in the world?
I live in the flowers around your garden that you love so much. Without the water from the brook, the flowers around it are dying. And those in the rest of the garden are just so sick with sadness at your cruelty.
How dare you call me cruel?
Killing innocent creatures is cruelty, Your Highness. I live in the grass around the brook, the one you used to enjoy taking long walks on. And I can tell you, the grass won't last.
Just leave. Go away.
The princess was in tears because she could see there was just no way to make her father realize the havoc he was causing to the garden, to Mother Nature herself. The wise woman assured her that she would try one last time.
What are you?
Hail, Your Highness! Hail the King! Finally, I have a home!
What do you mean?
I am the sprite that lives in devastation and destruction of all things beautiful. Nobody in this world wants me, and I have no home. But now that you've removed the brook, the trees. The flowers, the grass are all going to die. I can make a home for myself for your garden. Your kingdom will have no beauty. Thank you. Thank you, Your Highness.
No, I can't let you stay here.
But you see, it is either the brook or me. Since you will not have the brook back, I get to stay.
I am having the brook back. Darling, ask that wise woman in the wood. How do I get the brook back? Ask her.
The princess was overjoyed. She went to the wise woman in the wood as fast as she ever could and asked her, "Just tell your father to take a walk along the garden wall. He will know." So the princess took her father for a walk along the garden wall. And
Butterflies? I thought that they had gone with the brook.
My boat! It's sailing! It's sailing!
the king saw that when he had blocked the brook, the water had simply found another way and had made a new channel for itself, one that ran out of the palace.
Mother Nature always finds a way. If not in your garden, then elsewhere.
King, you cannot overrule nature, no matter how powerful you become.
The king finally saw that by blocking the brook, only his garden had suffered. The brook was as flourishing as ever, bringing joy and delight to the rest of the city.
Unblock this beautiful brook now.
Father, thank you!
I finally realize what true power means. It is like Mother Nature, like the brook, bringing joy and delight to all. I shall never again be the arrogant fool I was. I promise.
And so it was. The king gave up all his arrogance and became the noble, just ruler he should have been.